Wow. What a reading, Leo. All right. You're probably thinking, yeah, Jay, just tell us what it is so we can wow with you. All right. Here we go. See, that's what I mean. You're going too fast. We have the Chariot coming up here. This is course set. Let's go. Direction ready. But it requires routine. It requires self-control. It requires all those things. Balancing head and heart. Now, what does that mean? You know, we say that. Let's balance head and heart and let's go forward. That is, you know, if we're talking about the mundane, it's, think about if you were going to, you want to lose weight, right? So imagine you want to lose weight. It's not enough to have that desire within you that I want to lose weight. The head has to come in and say, well, okay, if we want to lose weight, then maybe we need to start getting up an hour earlier every day. Go for a walk. Let's go for a run. Let's go work out. Maybe diet. Need to cut that stuff out. That's the Chariot. That's how the Chariot works. Because don't forget, number 6 came before the Chariot. That's the Lovers. We know what we love. Now it's about closing the distance. Because remember, there's always distance between the lovers. Well, usually, not all decks. Distance between the lovers. How do we cover that distance now? The Chariot is what covers that distance. It's how we get home. The Chariot. So there is, you know, some of you might be implementing new routines, new regimens, like, you know, whatever, to try to get you forward. Whoa. With the Queen of, what was I saying? Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. With the 8 of Wands coming up here, wow, this is opportunities. This is a lot coming in, a lot of conversations, a lot of communication. This can be a little bit overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. I always see them as very similar energies, and they both came up underlying very quick. Let's go. But please remember to be discerning. That's why I think this Virgo influence is coming in here. Not that the signs own the cards, but, you know, this might be a very specific reading. I'm going to say this to you. If you'd come to me about your career and said, Jay, you know, I don't know what's happening with my career. I've been figuring out, like, not getting much return. I've been putting a lot of effort into my work. You know, 7 of Pentacles is that. I'm not seeing much rewards here. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it to keep doing. I would be like, hell yeah, you're going to start seeing rewards, but please be discerning. When we go through this time of waiting and patience, you be very patient for something. It can be so easy because once the opportunities start to bite off more than you can chew. That's why if you see her, there's all these wands flying up, but that's her wand. That is my wand. That's the one I want. That's the one she's reaching for. Not all of them. She's not trying to grab all of them. Laser focused on what it is. This is not, you know, jack of all trades time. It's master of one, which is my one that I'm going to go for. And you got the Queen of Pentacles at the heart of the reading. So the Queen of Pentacles, it's very much an energy of, if she sees value in something, she's going to make it work. She's going to show up. She's going to give it her all. And, you know, you got the Queen of Pentacles there and you got the Knight of Pentacles there. So that's slow building. You know, Pentacles energy is always slow because it's physical. It's what we're doing physically. For some of you, this doesn't have to be work, guys. It doesn't have to be work. If this is, you know, it could actually be, Pentacles can be the physical body. So if some of you have been putting in a lot of effort into your physical body, 7 of Pentacles again, right? Then this is where you might start to see results with the Chariot and the 8 of Wands coming up. But it's about where you're going. I kind of get the sense of that. There's all this momentum that's built up. Are we applying it? Where are you directing it? Chariot is loaded. You know, it's all full. Everything's there. But where are we going with that Chariot? You got your work ethics done. You're ready to apply yourself to this. Now, let's just go back to if it's a relationship. And I'm breaking it down a little bit. But I want you to understand the energy. Because going down there, I'm not going to be doing that. So let me just explain that. So if it's a relationship, you know, you might have been thinking, well, is this worth it? What am I getting back from all the time and effort that I'm giving to this? Whether that's a friendship, whether that's a lover, family, whatever. There feels like a massive energetic shift with this energy. Whatever this is, something gets kick-started. But let's not beat around the bush. This is not someone coming in to sweep you away on their Chariot. This is not someone calling you up and saying, hey, do you want to date? Or, well, I mean, that might happen. But we don't wait for those things. It's always our energy that creates that momentum with this kind of energy. That's the point. No one's going to just offer the job. This is, or, you know, you might overhear something. But it's up to you to see the value in it with the Queen of Pentacles coming up. And it feels like it's something you put a lot of work into and a lot of patience into. And it finally starts kicking off. Like, imagine if you're an actress or something. I don't know why I'm saying that to Leo, but an actress or an actor or something. And now all of a sudden you're getting roles or you're hearing about stuff. You might want to apply for all of them. But please don't bite off more than you can chew. I think that's big. You know, it's when, you know, that kind of make hay while the sun shines, that kind of energy. But don't spread yourself too thin. That's the kind of, that is the worrying thing here, that you could do that. Because the point of all of this, it's a sick joke, right? You wait for a bus for an hour and then 4 of them come at once. It's that kind of an energy. It's something that you've waited for a long time, and now there's like opportunities coming out of your ass around this, and you're like, what? Which one? And you want all of them. But I think the point of all of them coming at once is for you to figure out which one you want the most. Whenever you get the star and the sun in a reading together, that is your star rising. That is you in the spotlight. Whether that's around a relationship, whether that's for work, right? But what do I always say about the star? You pick your star. You pick your star. It's the hope that comes from a new beginning. It's almost like you've got all the pieces ready in place. But have you picked your destination? Have you picked your person? Have you picked the job? Have you picked where you're going? And that feels like July for you. You've done all the work to have all this ready. Everything revved up and ready to go. But is this truly your destiny? And what is destiny? It's where fate meets us. And fate is opportunities that come up, right? And you've got lots of opportunities coming in here. Fate is where opportunities come up. But it's our choices are what turn that fated event, person, whatever, into our destiny. We decide it. We pick that person. I mean, consider this. You know, I might be sat here saying, I don't want to date. So I might be saying, I don't want to date. I don't want to date. I don't want to date. So 20, 30 people could come up to me, perfectly fine people. But if that's something that I've decided that I don't want to go there, then it's not an opportunity. Do you see what I mean? So I would really say, I'm not talking about that though, but if you want to be open to opportunities. Be open to how you want to feel always. Potential for happiness here. This card talks about hope. The hope that comes from a new beginning. The hope that comes from a new beginning. Because you've put a lot of time and effort into something. What was the point of that if you're not going to use it to follow a star? And the star isn't the wish. The star is what guides you to your wish. It guides you on your path. So think, for example, if I've decided I want to be... Why do I keep saying actress? I bet you there's an actress that's watching this, Leos. Because I keep saying that and I have no desire to be an actress. But, you know, imagine I want to be an actress. Then that's my star. I've picked the star that I'm going to be an actress. But then that means I can't just sit there wanting it. I follow the path to it. I start... you know, taking acting classes or, you know, going for auditions or doing whatever. That's what the star says. But it's that hope, that resurgence of hope that comes up from, wow, I'm going to be an actress. Like, you know, that I know this is what I'm meant to do. This could be a very spiritual card where suddenly there's this kind of sense of direction in whatever your beliefs are around that. In a relationship, it's almost like that sense of a fated feeling. It's written in the stars. We're meant to be together, but it brings you hope. Been talking to a lot of people lately who are in a lot of pain. And I keep saying to them, why are you picking pain? And they're like, well, I'm not picking pain. That's my person. Okay. But it's not the star. That's not the star energy. The star is where it brings you hope. Because of the beauty of this card, it brings you hope. It's a new direction. Now, it sits under this. So I'm going to say this. Whatever it is you've put a lot of time and effort into, either that is changing or you're taking it in a different direction with that energy there. But these all talk about kind of new beginnings, like going in a new direction, going somewhere else. And here you see hope. Now, if you've followed me for a while, you know what I say about hope, right? Hope is a whispered prayer on the wind. You know, I hope that happens. A lot of people say, I hope that happens. But this is not about just you're actively picking your star. You're actively sat in your chariot. You're actively exploring your options. You're putting effort into this. You're kicking it up a notch. You've actively decided this is not worth the effort, or I need to change up how much I put into this. Or you've been patient waiting for it. Whatever you've been waiting for, it's coming in when you get that star and that sun. So look at her going forward now with hope, with the dream picked out. What happens? Then it's about the sun, and the sun is the potential for great happiness, the potential for great happiness. When we get the sun, it's all the lights come on, right? She's still in the dark here. And the reason it's so dark, that's when we see the stars, obviously, at night and during the darkness. But the tower fell. The tower fell and it revealed the night sky, and now she picked her star. She's picked her star that she wants. There's no fears. That's what I'm getting around this. There's absolutely no fears because we've missed a step. We've missed a step. Star is number 17. The sun is number 19. What is 18? 18 is the moon. It's the fears of the doubts. And there's none of that. Because this is not about how will I get there. It's not the how is here. What you'll do, the effort that you'll put in, it's there. I think you've just been lacking a direction of where to apply this. Where do I apply this? And July reveals it. And so going forward, that's your card, that's sun energy. Maybe that's Leo season, right? But it's very much that energy of lights will come on. There's clarity here. You know where to apply yourself. You know what to do around this. Some of you might be headed off into the sun. But it's that energy of seeing the potential for great happiness, looking for it. You are the sun in the solar system of your life. I know you guys are Leo. You guys are the sun anyway. But anyone, when they get the sun, it's you are the sun. So whatever you focus on, it will grow. It will grow, especially with that Queen of Pentacles sat up there. It's beautiful reading. The only downside, which is not even a real downside, is you could bite off more than you can chew. That's the only thing. Like, take on too much. But that's why I think the star comes first. First you pick and dream big. When the star, it's not the Nine of Cups. It's not the Nine of Cups. That's the major arcana of the Nine of Cups energy. Dream big. Dream, or say it out loud, wish it out loud, let it resonate throughout the universe. It's that kind of massive energy. But it's almost like you pick it first. I'll make it work. I see potential in that dream. I'm going to make it work. And guess what? Then you find a way to do it. The sun is I always see it's the bird's eye view of the maze. You can see the obstacles. You can see what challenges are there. You can see the way around it. You can see everything though. And out of all of that, you pick out where the potential for happiness is. You can see it here. You can imagine without that sun coming through, it would be dark under there, right? It'd be dark there under the sea. And then yet when the sun comes out, they see everything. Look at them in awe, looking at everything. And that's kind of what this feels like. But you pick your star first. You pick your star first. Now, the advice is the Knight of Pentacles. This is like one step at a time. But I kind of get it. If you've been patiently waiting, and even when you are waiting, this is why I say there's no wait and see cards. Have a look at them. They're waiting for their baby to be born, right? But they still went and bought a little bassinet. They bought the little mobile thing for the child. They're ready. They're prepared for it. You are prepared for this. You are prepared for this. But slow and steady wins the race. 1 foot in front of the other. 1 foot in front of the other. And I think that works for you on a number of levels. Firstly, because this is big. Whatever this dream is, whatever it is you're going for. And this might be for a very small number of Leos. Because, you know, unless all of you are out there going for the dream, the person, the career, the life change. It might just feel that way, right? Whatever it is, but you're ready to show up and get it done. But the thing is, if you've been waiting for that long, there can be this tendency like, all right, let's go. I'm ready now. That. But this is about slowing it down 1 step at a time. What's the plan? What are we going to do? So pick your star, pick your dream, then look for the path that makes you happy and how to do this. Not the quickest way, not the fastest way, but the one that you will enjoy doing. I always say when she comes up, the Knight of Pentacles in this deck, make notes. Take notes, right? Write down everything down, ideas. Because you could get some amazing ideas, especially if you're a creative type. Now also, if you're trying to, say if it's a relationship, you're trying to build a relationship. This is a relationship. This is amazing energy for a relationship. It's almost like you feel like, wow, this is my person. But I'll be honest with you. When you get the star and the sun, it's going to affect every area. And the chariot. So you got 3 major arcana cards. They're big major arcana energy. It's taking action on what you came here to do, your path. And it being lit up ahead. There's no moon. There's no fears and doubts here. It's shown to you clearly. And, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles as the advice, it doesn't have to mean go slowly. Because she's going to go slowly 1 step at a time. It might mean that, you know, well, all right, what's my perfect plan? Because that's what you can do. What's my perfect plan? I had this plan before, but I'm kind of going bigger now. Trust it. All right, so this bloody makes it even bigger. So we've got the 2 of Swords here. The 2 of Swords. Is it a conflict between 2 stars that you have? Then the star is very, very clearly is saying to you, pick the one that brings you the most hope. The biggest one. Dream big. That's what I would say with the star coming up. That's internal conflict. That's like, is this my truth? But you've invested so much time and energy into something. How would you not know that at this point? And it's the Two of Swords. It's not the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. It's the Two of Swords. It's internal conflict. And most of the time, the reason we're not making the choice or decision is because we don't want to make the wrong choice. But there is no wrong choice. Not with the star coming up and the sun coming up. The worst thing you could do is to not make a decision. That's the worst thing you could do. And even that's not bad. You know, sometimes if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. It's like, I want to wait. Okay. But that's a choice. It's about owning it. Not making a decision is also a decision. Bloody hell. I love it. You got the Four of Wands with that, guys. This is really beautiful energy, Leo. Really beautiful. I'm very happy for you, for those of you. Hope this resonates with everyone, but, you know, I know it's general, so it may not. But don't forget your part in this. Nothing just happens to us. Like, there's that still a decision to pick the star, right? And I kept getting that from that star. It's a choice. We have to pick the star that we want. And then these are both present-based energies that lead us to that amazing future that's coming up. But with, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles and Death, this is about doing things a different way as well. I get that. Things have changed. You have a new plan now. Because we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So you've been following some plan. You've been doing something. But there was big question marks around, was this worth it though? For the returns that came back. And I'll be honest with you. Some of you were only doing it for the returns. Well, I'll do it. I don't really like that job, but it pays well, right? Or it's better to have this person than no person. If you've been playing it small, I feel like July is going to, I don't want to use the word test, but it's going to check you, Leo. It's going to say, really? You want to play it that small? Or do you want to go big? Do you want to go big? But it means leaving some stuff behind. And I feel like it's leaving behind the way you did things in the past. Because it's Pentacles energy. It's the effort that we put in something. It's what we're building. And what's coming through here is a commitment to your happiness. A commitment to your happiness. Potential for great happiness. The Sun, right? I mean, every card is an upside and downside. And people always say to me, how can the Sun have a downside? It doesn't. It's the most beautiful card. Really? You ever sat out in the sun for too long? What happens? You get burned. And that's the same with the Sun here. It's creation. It's creation energy, right? So let's nurture things. Let's grow things with that energy, with that beautiful warmth that's going to bring things to life. But if you just stand there just staring at it, and I can almost see like sunlight through a magnifying glass, you're setting on fire. And most of the time it's ourselves we set on fire. Because we're consumed by this dream that we want. But we can either use that energy to blaze a path ahead of us, right? To grow the things that we want. Or it will consume us from the inside. It burns us up. And that's why with the Sun, we have the Four of Wands, which is like, great job. Celebrate how far you come. Celebrate how far you've come. Celebrate that firm foundation that you've put so much work and effort into, right? With the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. But why do you celebrate it? Because it's time to up the ante. There's going to be more effort put into this now. Because the Five of Wands is coming after this. That's more energy, more effort into it. It's a deeper commitment and it's action. We're about to take more action. You don't get Pentacles and Wands where we're just going to sit on our asses. You don't get the Chariot and the Eight of Wands when you're just going to sit on your ass. And you've done plenty of that. And it may not have been your choice. You've been putting in effort, slow and steady, trying to make it work. You're being patient. But it's almost like that moment that you were waiting for. It's here now. But your little voice is going to say, really, is this it? Did I really? Yes, it's here. This is it. Right, let's get you. Where am I going to put this? I've got so many decks lying around here. Let's get you some oracle cards. Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. How you do things, right? Change how you do things. The amount of effort required in something, I kind of feel like it is. And it could be different for everyone. Some of you have gone too fast in the past. Some of you commit too easily. Some of you wait around to see, well, I'll commit when I kind of see something back. And I don't just mean romantic. This is all relationships. That's why I use this deck, Whispers of Life. It governs all relationships. But what has your pattern been? And this has been almost assessing it very like, what am I getting back? What do I get from this and stuff? But this is more about what hope it brings you. What can you build with it? What can you create with this? Whatever it is that you're going forward to do. Some of you, I will say this, you might have a dream that's nothing to do with relationships. And then that Two of Swords could be an argument with someone around what you want to do. Excuse me, sorry. Love, it kind of says, I'm like kind of throat going clenched up there for a moment. It's love of all kinds. That's what love says. All kinds, all varieties, it's around you. But it's a reminder, you are love, right? Express love, feel love, love your path, love the dream, you know, do what you love what you do. This is being open to love of all kinds as well. I told you, you know, if it's that, fully feel it. Please don't let this shit kind of deter you. Two swords, two little word ideas in your head. Like, no, up against the star? I don't think so. Whatever it is that you love, look at them. Whatever it is that you love, celebrate that love. Don't be afraid of it. Don't shy away from it. Please, not at this time. Let that love kind of just bubble up to the surface. Love it. And then put in action into this. Whether it's the career, the person, the whatever it is. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's build it strong and steady. With this kind of Knight and Queen of Pentacles coming up. No, this is big. Even this card says it. Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. But hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. That's what that is, right? All the elements are in place and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. And that's you guys, right? Strength, courage, Leo. So please, guys, you know, I mean, of course, it's a massive change. Death came up here. Transformation. Something is about to change completely. And you're asked to change it completely. If the Knight of Pentacles is the worker who shows up and gets the job done, and you got death with it, the way you do it must change. When you love something, you know, do you covet it from afar or do you go for it? Or do you go rushing in and make it your everything? And, you know, go too fast and stuff. And so you have these kind of, what am I trying to say? Like flash in the pan relationships. You're like, what? It started off so quickly. What? So great. Why did that happen? Same with work. Go in, I do everything, you burn out. This is an energy that's coming up for a lot of people about burning out. Cancer got it as well. Let's not burn out. Slow and steady. Let's build this. But we must commit to it. And even when I say slow and steady, I mean the actual doing of it. What does that mean? That means the decision gets made here. You have the conversations, you start going in that direction. And I kind of feel like it's more for the results, because you might have given up on shit in the past because you didn't get the results fast enough. But this is not about anyone giving you anything or waiting for something. This is what you are building yourself. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Something has been transformed. And the way that you do it, the energy that you bring to it, how you grow this, it's that. But this, yes, that talks about taking a risk. Some windows open up, you know, opportunities come in. And I don't think we've got time for this. Not now. Two of Swords. But it's okay. If you don't want it, if you're like, I'll get it the next go around, then that's cool. But please own that decision. Whatever your decision is, even if it's like, I can't, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it this time. That is your decision. Please own it. Don't just say I can't because of an outside thing. Say I can't because I choose. I take ownership of it. I would always recommend that.